All right, we're back up. So we have a second. We have a second. We'll have a second video clip here. But
Second video, yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But no, like, your. That's what I was trying to say. Like, your wave clear time is one of the faster ones out there right now, right? At
Yeah,
least it's got to be close.
my average is 22.94 seconds. I need to redo that. I need to get like a more like a bigger time thresh to actually take my average time into account.
You should do what I was doing when I was trying to do some preparations for things that we don't need to talk about. Um, I put in my time into the bake bot. I put in my waves at like uh, 11 o'clock at night. Then I went to bed because I'm an old man who has to go to bed at 11 or else I can't function. And then I
Right.
would wake up, and by the time I got my kid off to the sitter and got back down, it was like 8:30. And then I would put it in again and then just divide that by 9.5 or whatever to get my hourly wave clear. And then you can do, divided by 60 or whatever, however you're going to do it, to get your like waves per minute or, you know what I'm trying to
Gotcha.
say. Anyways, that's what
Right,
I would
right,
do.
right. I understand it, but
Yeah, I didn't
I'm
say that
talking
clearly at
like
all, though.
12-hour time thresholds,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
idly. Um,
yeah. That's what you're doing this season, though, right? You're in an idle wave battle, idle wave race.
yeah, I'm having an idle race with no control.
Yeah, I don't. I know it's faster, but I'm watching my waves here, and I'm just going on a tangent. I don't like seeing shit not freeze. It's very cathartic to see stuff just frozen.
Um,
Maybe that's just me.
Maybe.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. So yeah, let's get to the next question because this one I like for you because we've talked about this. I don't know how much you want to share, and you can feel free to share as much or as little as you want. Um, what sort of goals do you have left in the game that you want to get for yourself?
Well, I definitely want to do a 200K season before I quit GC. That
That
is
is
one
that
thing
is
I will strive to do before I quit.
that is insane.
Um, I also this might align in with my 200K season. It might not. I have no clue. But I also want to get like every trophy accounting towards the number of that trophy. Say a T1 trophy, I want to get that once. A T2 trophy, I want to get that twice. T3, three times. T5, five times, and on.
Got it.
I want,
I think that's
an
cool. Yeah.
OCD type profile.
Do you know what you have right now?
Just one T3 and five T50s. So I have a long way ahead of
You
me.
have a long way to go. Yeah.
Yes, I do.
I I gotta say, if 200K doesn't get you that first place, that seems to me kind of insane.
I know. I'm kind of worried about all kill.
Yeah. Um,
That's like the main person I'm worried about to do
I
my 200K season with.
I'm gonna assume that he has no
I
idea we
hope
exist or this video exists, so he's not gonna get your secrets here.
I hope by the end of February has stopped getting T1 trophies. I hope.
Yeah, it's
I
his
don't
goal
know.
like
We'll
50.
see. He may not. He may just be that much of a beast. He may
That
just be that much of a badass.
yeah, yeah. I wonder what that guy does for a living.
Yeah, me too.
Because I don't make bad money, but I don't make money to support that habit. But no, I think 200K would be. I think the harder one is going to be like the two and the three, because just like thread that needle, you know.
Right. Don't want to go too fast to get a T1, but don't want to go too slow to get a T3. I get
Yeah,
it.
and I think you're gonna end up getting a lot of T5s on accident and kind of fuck yourself with
I
it.
think I'm gonna worry about getting the T2, T3, and T5 trophies first, T10, then the T1, then the T50s. That's how I'm thinking of doing it.
Say that one more time.
I'm thinking about getting the T2 trophies and the T3 first,
Mm-hmm.
then the T5, then the T1, then the T10s, and then 50s. Because
Yeah,
idly, I can just get the T50s. Idly, when I'm +4 max speed, I can just be in top 50 without even any 20 skips.
yeah, yeah. That's nice. Yeah,
So I'm
and
not
it makes
worried
sense.
about that.
Your plan makes sense. I'm excited for it. I think it sounds cool. Um, Imposter just said underscore imposter just said all kill cut burn orders when I would during his 150K season. So I'm assuming that guy can go. I forgot you got 150K imposter. I thought it was like 130. I knew it was too much. I knew I was done counting after you guys got like a 120. I was like, I'm
That's
done
why
with
you
that.
said too much in a season,
Yeah,
aka
that's
underscore.
that's the last one. That's just the last one. Um, so
I'm not gonna get any award or like title for doing
hey man,
200K.
you got to talk to Didi about that shit. It's not my game no more. You guys have your own thing.
Fine. That was the last one for you to make for
That could
seasons.
totally be it. Totally be it. The before doc rolls and the after doc rolls.
No,
Didi added the HM rolls.
before Doc era, after Doc era.
Yeah, BD, BD and AD. So, uh, have you always been a big gamer?
I have, yes. I've been playing video games as far as I can remember back in my life.
Yeah. What
I
was?
remember playing GameCube, Nintendo DS. I remember playing Atari, the SNES system. I had a lot of gaming systems when I was younger, like younger as in like 4, 5, 6 years old. When I turned 8, I had gotten the PlayStation 2. I played a lot of Shadow of the Colossus and Harvest Moon.
Harvest Moon does not seem to
PlayStation
require the
3.
PlayStation 2 graphics.
What's that?
Harvest Moon, I never played them, but weren't they like 16-bit games? I'm surprised it was a PlayStation 2 game. You know what I mean?
Harvest- I think it was Harvest Moon. I'm not too sure.
I don't know. The last
I
console
know
I owned was a Nintendo 64. So,
it might have been Stardew Valley. It was one of those type of games.
well, it couldn't have been. Yeah, Stardew Valley was much later. So it was probably Harvest Moon. I just didn't realize there was a PlayStation version. I thought they were like Game Boy games.
It was something like that.
Yeah, that's cool.
Um,
I
I
like those
remember
games.
on PS3. That's when I started playing competitive video games like Call of Duty,
Mm-hmm.
as usual. Per any guy under the age of 15, they will play Call of Duty.
Got it.
Um, Ark Survival Evolved. I played that on the PlayStation 4 a crap ton. I probably have right around 12,000 hours into Ark.
Wow, that seems like a lot.
I remember I logged in 3,800 hours in just 1 year.
I'm doing math here. 12,000 divided by 24 is 500 days. 500 straight days of Arc. I'm gonna call BS on that because that seems like it's impossible. Is Arc even 500 days old? I guess it
Ark is
is.
fo- Ark is 5 years old.
Arc is 5 years
Ark
old.
Survival, yes, Ark Survival Evolved is 5 years old.
Well, I'm still calling BS because that means you played 500 out of 1,825 days. But I get that you've played it a lot. That makes sense. I think
I
if
also
I
played I also played it in my teenage years where I had almost all the time in the
unlimited
world.
free time, yeah,
Yeah. So I was playing right around 20 hours a day every day.
Jesus. I have a lot of hours in Civ 5. All the Civilization games I have a lot of hours. Um,
Ark Survival Evolved is an online game where if you're not playing the game, you're going to get your ass kicked.
yeah.
You're going to get your things taken, you're going to get your dinosaurs killed, you will lose.
Eh, is it one of
And
those where like I have a lot of hours in Civ because sometimes I just let the game sit there. Now I played a lot too, but
oh yeah.
like you idle it.
Sometimes I'll even turn the game on. I'll have my character just like sitting in some sort of pod that will automatically feed my character and give it water, sustenance, and
Okay.
I'll just let it sit there for while I'm sleeping for hours on end, just sitting there
Because that,
as
do you
well.
get something from that, like in GC where you leave it up and you like idle farm?
If you leave it unrendered, um, some of the things won't actually work properly in the game. Ark Survival Evolved is just one buggy ass shit ass game that if you like the game, you're addicted to it and you hate it, but you love it, but you hate it. It's one of those games.
Got it. Got it. I feel like we're in that relationship right now with GC.
Yes, I'm pretty sure you can tell what kind of games I like and don't like.
Yeah. 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 All right.
Um, next question, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. You want to ask your question for me? We got 5 minutes left before it's another 15, so we can squeeze it in. But if need be, we can always just do a third video. You'd be the
Gotcha.
second, third
Okay.
video after Bun. Bun and I talked forever too.
Right. Um, what are some of the reasons that brought you to where you are now? Like, you made one of the biggest communities of some random game with hundreds of players in this community, and I don't know how I can't even do it myself. I have no belief in myself, but I don't know how you successfully did it.
Uh, well, it it's weird to hear it as a thing that I successfully did because I don't think of it that way. I think of it as just like
I'd
uh,
say you successfully operated and or created, operated, and successfully retired from being the owner of that server.
sure, 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 sure. So that is a fair way to say it. And I just don't think of it that way because I don't think like I did anything. I just wanted to play a game with some friends of mine that I met through another game online. And so I was looking
What
out
was that
for
game?
South Park Phone Destroyer.
Really?
Yeah, I loved that game, man. We had a great time with it. Have you played that
Who did
game?
you play the game with?
Just some random people I met online. I originally downloaded it to play with my brother because we live like 12 hours apart. And he
Ah,
never, I don't know if he ever even downloaded the game, but I ended up just meeting random people and we became friends. So,
nice.
yeah. And one of them played this with me for quite some time. Not quite some time, like a couple months. In the very beginning, he was in the guild, uh, and you can find his Azra Wraith. We can He's still his messages I assume are still on the server because he was one of the original people to join the server.
Oh,
Um,
really?
yeah, and then but they didn't come play, and so we still have our own little like Discord server that we chat with every once in a while and share like pictures of kids and cats and someone just got married and all these sorts of things. So, but that's what I wanted to do was just do that, and then since that they didn't come play, I made it so I was enjoying the game. Um, and I didn't want to just I don't I mean I wanted to make Thunderfuck again because that's what we were in the original game. And so I didn't want to just join another guild. And then whenever I talked to anybody in the GCR server, they were kind of dicks. Like even more so than the last times it's calmed down significantly since I first joined. Um,
Right.
but that's been a while. So I haven't been in that server in a long time. Hold on, let me stop here real quick. We'll do an intermission again.